Looking for a great investment? Want to make money online? Then it's time you started using Bitcoin. Hi, I'm Evander Smart, founder of Bitcoin University, and today I'm revealing why over 100 million people around the world have entered the future of money with Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized economic system. Are you ready to start making smarter investments in 2023? Are you ready to make 2023 your year? The whole world is talking about investing in Bitcoin right now. It's featured every day on places like Forbes, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Well, first things first, what is a Bitcoin? Well, think of your email account. You send and receive emails, right? You can send an email to anyone and receive an email from anyone, right? Well, imagine another system that allows you to send and receive money from anyone in the world at any time. This money can be used as a global currency or as an investment. It can also be used as a way to store and share information like documents and files. It is also limited in supply, giving it a strong market value over time. These are the broad strokes on what a Bitcoin is, but it can be so much more. Well, I'm going to show you today why you should start investing in Bitcoin right now. Is Bitcoin a smart investment? Let's start there. Let's start with comparing Bitcoin to some of the most favored, most recommended investments of all time, like the precious metals markets of gold and silver. Which has been a better investment over the years, gold, silver, or Bitcoin? Well, let's compare the three right now. Let's take a look at everyone's most favored, most recommended investment. Let's take a look at gold. Now, I recently visited goldprice.org to get the recent numbers on gold and silver in the marketplace over the last 5 years. On the left, you'll see the graphs for gold and silver in US dollars per ounce over the last 5-year period. And on the right, you'll see different time intervals and different rates of return. Now, over the last 5 years, gold has done fine, just not as well as many have hoped. As you can see on the left, there is some volatility in the gold market. But on the right, you can see that over the last year, gold may be down, but over the last 5 years, gold is up over 33%. In other words, if you invested $10,000 in gold 5 years ago, today you'd have about $13,500. Now let's take a look at silver. Many are attracted to silver as a less costly version of gold. How is it doing as an investment over the long term? Well, let's take a look. Over the last 5 years, silver has done okay as well. And on the left, you can see there's even more volatility in the silver market than there is in gold. But on the right, you can see that over the last year, silver is down almost 10%. But over the last 5 years, silver is up over 21%. In other words, if you had invested $10,000 in silver 5 years ago, today you'd have about $12,200. Now here are some examples of what Bitcoin has done for owners in recent years. Bitcoin was trading for just $5,625 at this time 5 years ago in 2018. But in the last 5 years, Bitcoin has grown in value over 240% and now is trading for almost $20,000. In other words, if you had invested just $10,000 into Bitcoin in 2018, today you would have over $34,000. So in conclusion, silver since 2018 is up 21%, gold since 2018 is up 33%, and Bitcoin since 2018 is up 240%, or about 10 times as much as silver. Now, on top of Bitcoin's value advantages over precious metals as an investment, gold and silver are also very difficult to move or use in the real world. In fact, Bank of America at the end of 2019 said that Bitcoin, not gold, was simply the best investment of the last decade, as reported by CNN Business. Now, why did they say that? Well, they had seen that Bitcoin investing had made its owners over 90,000% return on investment since 2010, ending in 2019. So in other words, if you had invested just $1 into Bitcoin back in 2010, by the end of 2019, you would have had over $90,000. Ready for something better? Why not a better retirement plan? If you are in your 50s and approaching retirement, or if you're in your 30s and 40s and are still getting a plan together, shouldn't something as powerful, something as proven as Bitcoin, be a part of your retirement plan? Here's a key point to keep in mind about Bitcoin. You can start off with whatever amount of Bitcoin you want. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin to get started. You can buy $100 worth or $1,000 worth or buy a little every month. However you want to do it, that's not what's most important. What is most important is that you get started now, not later before the price increases and you can buy less Bitcoins. It's not the amount of money that you invest that counts, it's what you invest in that truly counts. So it's quite clear that Bitcoin is a great way to make money as an investment year after year. Next, Bitcoin was designed to be a great way to send money faster and better than any other method. Here's how that works. First, let's show you how it moves money faster and easier than any other method first. Let's compare Bitcoin to Western Union, for example. Let's compare Bitcoin to the world's oldest and maybe most trusted monetary transfer system. Western Union has been the world's leading money transfer agent for over 150 years. But in the 21st century, are they still the best way to send money or just the biggest? Well, let's compare the two methods and see for ourselves. With Western Union, you probably used them before. You have to travel to a local office. This may take a few minutes. They may be a few miles away. You'll have to get there before they close. They're usually not open 24 hours a day. You'll have to stand online and wait for assistance, and you'll have to pay the fees, which are generally going to be about $10 US, but can be more depending on how much you're sending and where you're sending it to. You'll also need to present state-issued identification. They'll need to make a copy of that and keep that on file, and the person receiving all of these funds will have to do all of these things at their Western Union. They'll have to get there before it closes, they'll have to stand online, and they'll have to present identification, and all of this will take some time. Usually it's going to be a couple of hours before the intended party actually receives those funds. And there is no guarantee that Western Union will process your transaction. Thousands of transactions a day are rejected by Western Union's terms of service. So just because you go to Western Union with money doesn't mean they will do the transaction for you. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Well, with Bitcoin, you don't have to travel anywhere. You can send Bitcoin anywhere you have an internet connection. You don't have to deal with anyone's office hours. You can send Bitcoins 24 hours a day. You don't have to stand on anyone's lines, and the fees per Bitcoin transaction are averaging around 50 cents. There is no identification required, and the person receiving the Bitcoin, all they have to do is have a Bitcoin address. That's it. It's a lot like sending an email. It'll be received in seconds, and it'll be confirmed on Bitcoin's global blockchain in a matter of minutes. So you tell me, which is the better way to send money in the 21st century? Western Union or Bitcoin? Bitcoin is now accepted at hundreds of thousands of retailers, both on and offline, around the world. Here are some examples of Bitcoin entering the mainstream. Some of the world's best-known corporations are accepting, testing, or using Bitcoin right now as we speak and have been using them for years. These include Dish Network, Dell Computers, Expedia.com, PayPal, and Microsoft has been accepting Bitcoin on its website since 2014. Now, these are some of the largest corporations and brands in the world. They obviously have coders, developers, IT professionals, lawyers who would have checked Bitcoin very thoroughly for months, if not years, before tying it to their very valuable brands. Now, if Bitcoin is smart enough and good enough for these major corporations to use, why don't you start using Bitcoin today? These are just two of the ways Bitcoin is changing the future of money as we speak. Even Elon Musk, one of the greatest minds of our time, is getting in on Bitcoin and the coming digital currency age it has pioneered. In a recent interview, Elon Musk said about Bitcoin, "Bitcoin is quite brilliant. Crypto is certainly a better way to transfer value than pieces of paper, that's for sure." And Elon Musk and Tesla have announced that they had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Will you take advantage of this maybe once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity? Maybe you're saying, hey, this sounds pretty good, but how would I start using Bitcoin? I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, welcome to Bitcoin University. I'm Evander Smart, your online Bitcoin professor here at the U. Thank you so much for being here. I've worked over the last 8 years to show you all that a Bitcoin can do for you here at Bitcoin University. I think you'll like what I have to offer you today, but first some basics you should understand before entering Bitcoin University. My name is Evander Smart, and I teach people how to get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily through my website, bitcoinuniversity.net. I started writing about Bitcoin, and I started getting paid in Bitcoin back in 2014, and I've written close to 1,000 paid articles for Bitcoin online news sites like CryptoCoins News, Cointelegraph, Bitcoinist, and Bitcoin.com. This was in follow-up to my 4 years as a Wall Street banker. I discovered Bitcoin in 2013 and started working in the Bitcoin industry later that year. And this is how I supported myself as a Bitcoin journalist. It was a great way to share my knowledge and also learn more about this fascinating technology. I've also been tested and certified as a Bitcoin expert or professional by the DCC or the Digital Currency Council since 2015. And I've also been tested and certified as a blockchain expert in 2018 by the Blockchain Council. So many people consider me a Bitcoin and a blockchain expert. So you may have seen a mainstream reporter say I lived on Bitcoin for a week, or I traveled around the world on Bitcoin. Well, I'm here to let you know that I have walked around the block a lot longer than that, and I'm not going back to Wall Street. This is what I've discovered over my last 9 years inside of the Bitcoin industry. I believe I have found a better and more righteous path forward, and hopefully you can join me and over 100 million others around the world and discover the difference a Bitcoin can make in your life. Now, I'm not a coder or developer in Bitcoin, yet I have more than enough real-world experience and training to help anyone get started and not lose their shirt in the process or waste months of their time figuring out Bitcoin like I had to do back in 2013. Bitcoin University has created the ultimate in Bitcoin educational training for 2023 and beyond. If you need an answer for why, how, and where to use Bitcoin, you now have the best online resource for all of your Bitcoin needs. I've spent the last 8 years building Bitcoin University, taking everything that I've learned over the years, and I've been making videos and writing books to help teach people like you how to get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily. I wish I had something like Bitcoin University back when I got started in the spring of 2013. Now, Bitcoin University has released our newest product to help you discover the future of money faster and easier than ever before. Welcome to the Bitcoin Masterclass, the one video accelerated Bitcoin training from Bitcoin University. With Bitcoin Masterclass, you get everything you need to move to the head of the class fast. By fast, I mean by the end of today, you could be using Bitcoin. You see, you'll be ready to get started using Bitcoin today because you'll learn everything you need in one special video lesson. Get dozens of Bitcoin University lessons crammed into one special 2-hour lesson. There simply isn't a better, faster way to learn about the future of money than with Bitcoin Masterclass. Inside of Bitcoin Masterclass, you'll get the key Bitcoin lessons from Bitcoin University that you need. Lessons like which Bitcoin exchanges to use, no internet, no problem, how to get Bitcoins without identification, smartphone, or even without the internet. No cash, no excuse, how to get Bitcoin even if you're broke. How Bitcoin owners save up to 45% on Amazon.com purchases. Now keep in mind that Amazon.com does not accept Bitcoin for payment directly, but that does not mean you cannot use Bitcoin on Amazon.com. When you watch this special video presentation, you will discover how people save up to 45% on Amazon using Bitcoin. The best Bitcoin advice anyone has ever received. Plus, over 40 other valuable lessons are broken down and added to this Bitcoin Masterclass in this special one video super tutorial from Bitcoin University. Here's what people who use Bitcoin University have to say about the U after enrolling. Chris Bruce is a mortgage banker in Boise, Idaho, and he says, I like all the information in your program. The videos are good, and I can see how they will help teach people about Bitcoin. When I come across people that are entering into the market, I will gladly show them Bitcoin University. Thanks, brother. Thank you, Chris. Raul Saavedra is a driver in Boquete, Panama, and he says, I'm very happy to join Bitcoin University because I have a lot of knowledge that I didn't have and feel more secure about Bitcoin investments. I recommend Bitcoin University to relatives and friends that I know would be interested. Thank you, Raul. And Mark Womack in Fort Worth, Texas says, where does one start? Here is where to learn Bitcoin. From easy to understand video libraries, you go as deep into the space as you want and truly gain real insight and practical knowledge. With knowledge, you'll have a roadmap into and through this ecosystem. Great job, Evander. Thank you very much, Mark. And if you purchase Bitcoin Masterclass right now, we will add this bonus full-length video from Bitcoin University, how to start accepting Bitcoin in just 3 minutes. This actually is how I got started many years ago, and I will give you this special full-length presentation on how to start accepting Bitcoin in just 3 minutes. Anyone who's ever opened a bank account knows it takes about 30 minutes to go into a bank and actually get started using their services. With Bitcoin, everything is faster and better, and you can get started in a tenth of the time. So start accepting Bitcoin in just 3 minutes with this special bonus from Bitcoin University. And you will get one more special bonus from Bitcoin University, 50 reasons to invest in Bitcoin right now. People may ask you, why did you start investing in Bitcoin? You won't have 1 or 2 reasons. You will have dozens of reasons why you made the investment of a lifetime. And you'll even get a third bonus from Bitcoin University, 30 ways Bitcoin changes the future of money. Not only will you be able to download the ebook, but you'll also get a special video with me narrating the book and going deeper into detail on all the ways that Bitcoin is changing the future of money. So 3 special bonuses from Bitcoin University come with your Bitcoin Masterclass. So if you're ready to start making more from your investments, send money faster and much less expensively than ever before, and want to be on the cutting edge of economics and finance for years to come, click the button that just popped up on the right side of your screen and get your Bitcoin Masterclass for a very special price today. Normally, Bitcoin Masterclass retails for $4.97, but right now, for the next 60 minutes, you can get your edition of Bitcoin Masterclass for just one payment of $2.95. Save over $200. Click the button on the right side of your screen. Bitcoin Masterclass is guaranteed to help you get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily. If you are not satisfied in the next 30 days, then get a full refund. You have nothing to lose and the future of money to gain. So get your Bitcoin Masterclass from Bitcoin University for just $2.95. You will receive the original Bitcoin Masterclass, the one video accelerated Bitcoin training from Bitcoin University. You'll also receive Start Accepting Bitcoin in Just 3 Minutes, 50 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin, and 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money, and it is all guaranteed to satisfy you. So get it all and get it now for just one payment of $2.95. Click the button on the right side of your screen and order now.